Steve from Flipping the Nerd, and this is a contest entry video for Mr. Todd, All Things Horror, who's celebrating his 400 subscriberships. Sure. Todd, All Things Horror. Todd, very, very, very cool dude. We're a lot alike, which is why I instantly gravitated to his channel. We're both big horror fans, big movie fans. We like sci-fi. We like gaming. We are both film students slash makers. I wish I could make more films. I really need a camera to start doing that again. But he is currently making films. In fact, there's one of mine in the hopper at some point. Which I kind of regret because I went kind of a comedy route as opposed to a horror route because I felt it had to be different. But it is what it is. We'll see how it turns out. I'm sure it'll be awesome because he'll put his touch on it and that'll make it great. But he's got some great, really cool short films on his channel. So go check that out and go check out all his other videos. I mean, they're all great. So awesome dude. 400 subscribers. Congratulations. That is friggin' awesome. So to enter his contest, I'll put the link below. You can either ask him a question, or you can do both, I think. Ask him a question in the comments of his video, and it's actually a question. So ask him a question, and he'll do a Q&A video later on. I asked him if Hollywood came knocking, and with an unlimited budget, what horror film would he like to remake? And the reason I asked that is, one, because he's a filmmaker, like, you know, I try to be. It would be an interesting answer for me to hear from him. And the remake is actually what is... Let's take that back. The answer to the question I'm going to answer for this video is a remake. So his question that I had to answer for the video for entries to his contest was, what horror movie made me into a horror fan I am today? So, it is a remake, but it is, as far as remakes go, I think one of the better ones, which is surprising because it's remaking such a classic, and that is, of course, the Nightmare on Elm Street, the fantastic remake. I can't even do it with a straight face. Of course it isn't. Why the hell would I pick this movie as the movie that got me into horror? No way. If it did, you need to watch some other horror movies, son. No, in reality, it's Night of the Living Dead. Tom Savini's version from 1990. Now, this was made in conjunction with George A. Romero, so he was part of it as well. I think he wrote it, actually. So I know he for sure executive produced it. But, let's see here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the screenplay was rewritten with George A. Romero. So this is the first movie I remember getting me into horror film. My dad, big horror film guy, he was watching a movie and he decided when I was like 7 that it was time that he shows me a horror film. This is the one that happened to be playing at the time. I don't remember if it was on TV or he had rented it at the local rental place, but it's the movie I started watching. I made it about halfway before I went back to my room kicking and screaming and vowed never to watch a horror film again. I was absolutely terrified by the concept of zombies. The dead coming back to life just absolutely scared the shit out of me. But as anything that scares me, I wanted to defeat it. So I started watching other horror films. I remember actually the original Nightmare on Elm Street was one of them. Dawn of the Dead was another one. And I slowly worked my way into liking or accepting horror films, then liking horror films, and then loving horror films. When I went to college, horror films was like, yeah, that was my jam. So Night of the Living Dead, of course I went back to watch it. In fact, I couldn't watch it. I couldn't find it in English. You know, back then it was hard to find movies if your local store didn't have it. It's not like you could order it off the internet, right? So the only way I could watch it, I actually stayed up at 2 in the morning and it was playing in French and with commercials. So I sat there with my VHS and with my VCR and I was like pausing the commercials out while I was recording it. And for the longest time, I'd really only seen this movie in French. So not until I found it like in college on VHS in English that I got to see it in its original form, which is so interesting. So I actually know the movie front to back in both English and French because of that experience. But I absolutely love this movie. A huge affinity for George A. Romero. I mean, I have his autograph 3 times. Right behind me, you don't see it often, but this here is Tom Savini's autograph for Dusk Till Dawn. But met them both, super cool guys, both of them. Definitely the movie that got me into horror. But I'm just dragging on. If you haven't seen this version of Night of the Living Dead, you should. I think it's better than the original. First of all, they made Barbara, the main character, way like more badass in this one. I just think the story overall is like fixed. The ending is better. The characters are better. The acting is mostly better. So yeah, I think this is an all-around better movie. I mean, Night of the Living Dead is a classic. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely love it as well. But I just think that he actually took all the stuff that worked and kept it in, and then added or fixed the stuff that didn't really work, and made, I think, the better version of the two. Just an amazing film. And the resolution is just so funny. Something that I think all zombie films should learn from. But anyway, you have to watch it. So there you have it. Night of the Living Dead. Tom Savini's version in conjunction with George A. Romero. So go check out Todd All Things Horror. Subscribe to his channel. Watch his videos. Send him some love. Enter his contest. But I want to win. He showed the stuff off that he's going to put in the box. I want to win them. So that's it. That is my statement. But still go enter, because I want to show him as much support as I can. So all the information will be below his channel and his video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you all on